Before Nigeria's independence in 1960, few people were educated. The number of educated people lesser than the available spaces and job vacancies. But as years went by, the story changed. Statistics drawn from the National Population Commission in 2013 states that about half of the population is made of youths, defined as individuals between 15 and 34 years of age. Unfortunately, as the youth population grows, so does the unemployment rate. UNESCO is the secretariat for the United Nations Global Education First Initiative, reflecting UNESCO's global lead role in developing education systems to fight poverty and achieve sustainable development. With the incessant rate of unemployment in Nigeria, UNESCO, in partnership with FCTA, Samsung, Microsoft, and Cisco, launched the YouthMobile Initiative in the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria to empower young people, particularly young women, to acquire the technical skills and confidence to develop smart mobile apps for sustainable development and global citizenship.
The YouthMobile Initiative is a UNESCO initiative that began 2014 and is part of the communication and information sector's activity. What we did is that we are actually looking at how we can collaborate with the government of Nigeria. And since UNESCO Abuja is based in Abuja, we felt let us start from home. The idea we have at the back of our mind is that YouthMobile will be able to create employment for the teeming youth in the country. And they've decided to have a larger meeting. We met here about 2-3 times thereafter. We met in January. We met in March, and we discussed at length on how to really come together to work as a team and be able to empower some youth in YouthMobile.
June 2017 marked the beam of light at the end of the tunnel. Approximately 400 youths in the FCT turned out en masse to benefit from the YouthMobile Initiative.
ICTs, for instance, the mobile phone, in all Africa, in all rural areas, more than 90% of the population, even illiterate men and women, they have a mobile, be it of low or good or middle quality, they have a mobile. And it is a tool for them, namely just to make telephone calls, whereas it can be used as a tool for information, for instance, information sharing.
For some, the initiative was a fairly familiar terrain, but for most, an unknown new frontier, the fear of the unknown, filled with expectations for a brighter tomorrow.
I just want to say a big thank you because I've not had this privilege before to do this. So with this class, I think it will help me improve what I want. Thank you UNESCO, thank you FCTA, thank you Mark Henderson, and thank you Mr. Obina in advance because he's my supervisor.
The selection process was effectively conducted, and in set of 4 batches, the trainees were grouped into 100 per batch to study any area of their choice in software, hardware, entrepreneurship in ICT, and networking. The onboard of Mark Anderson Associates as a training consulting firm rest assured the prospective beneficiaries of acquiring expertise in ICT.
We're running the students through HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And they would also be using Azure Mobile Services as a server for the backend. Now, the purpose of this is because a lot of them, or each number of them, do not know how to code. They are not even familiar with IDEs at all. Some of them do not even know what Visual Studio is. Some of them do not even know what a server is. Just a few of them understand how the internet works. So we're introducing them to HTML, which is the basis of the internet, and CSS to give that code, their codes now, designs and styles, and also how they can connect this to a backend, how they can run this on a live server. So for the purpose of these 2 months, we will be training them on this complete module, which would help them build their own websites and also be able to build a mobile app out of this website using PhoneGap, which has Apache Cordova, and makes it easy for them to be able to adapt with this system and develop their knowledge later in the future.
Taking a trip down memory lane, Fatima Nimtelahi, a young adult from an Islamic and Northern background, never imagined that a passion for bridal makeup could be technology-driven. With less than 500 naira from each of her walk-in clients, Fatima wondered how best to ease off the stress on her and at the same time generate more income.
First started with my neighbors, friends, family members. So I was making them up for just 500 naira. So when some don't even have enough money, they pay 300, or later on they'll pay half and pay the remaining half later on. Just freelance, to at least get something doing instead of sitting down doing nothing.
The heart and soul of a computer lies in the hardware it uses, and that is why computer hardware engineers is such a vital aspect when it comes to developing computers. The computer engineer is of prime importance as he or she is responsible for maintaining and building every tiny aspect of the computer, from the circuit board to the processing of the computer. The versatility of ICT cannot be overemphasized. For instance, information is a major input to boost agricultural productivity, and ICT is therefore important to farmers for easier access to inputs in markets. That is why the CEO of Rofams Nigeria Limited in Buhari in the FCT told UNESCO that accessing agricultural information is a critical factor to improving crop and livestock production at his farm. Rofams Nigeria Limited Buhari in the FCT was a third-party beneficiary of the YouthMobile Initiative. They were sought after by the YouthMobile Initiative software students to create an inventory for their livestock.
The production has risen up to 85%. So which makes us have more for our customers.
I'm sure the management will be happy about it.
They are very happy.
Linda Gaza, an office secretary, wouldn't let this great knowledge she had garnered pass her by. She had learnt tailoring from a nearby fashion school, but thought to use her newly acquired skill in ICT to solve a problem. It was the effective collation and keeping of all her clients' measurements.
Wow. UNESCO is a life-changing program for me because it really changed my life. I didn't know, I never imagined an opportunity would come like this. I knew about the organization, I read about them, I Google about them. But I didn't know it would come at a platter of gold for me. So while doing my work as a secretary, I got the information that a training was going on for the youth, that's FCT youth, trying to mobilize and then empower the youth. And I thought to myself, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity since the field I'm into, I use the system a lot. And I said, if I've been using the system to just type, and how can I use the system? How can I transform this system to earn money for me? How can I use this system to empower my own life and to make things better for me? It was challenging at first, but I told myself, I said, I've always told myself one thing, that as far as nothing in this life is easy and nothing is difficult, it all takes determination. Once you want it, you'll be able to get it.
Linda's measurement app is working fine as she has been able to eliminate the use of papers. She is definitely a happy beneficiary of the YouthMobile Initiative, and this opportunity is the beginning of a prosperous business venture.
This is my everyday life. It used to be very frustrating. You fold clothes, you wash clothes, you fold clothes, you cook food, you set the children, to school, they come back, you beat them, and the circle goes on and on, But thank God, I don't get upset with this any longer because the app is my motivation. After doing this, I go on my sewing machine and I have to go and review everything, but now it's much more easier, and this is my motivation.
It is no doubt that the beneficiaries of the YouthMobile Initiative are making good use of their newly acquired knowledge. Dim Justin Tochukwu now owns a little space at Amistad Phones situated in Emma Plaza, also known as Computer Village. He receives over 10 customers on a daily basis, and he is now able to repair over 6 phones daily, thereby generating a minimum of 30,000 naira daily, which is far above Nigeria's monthly minimum wage.
My special thanks goes to UNESCO. It has really been a worthwhile experience receiving this training free of charge from them, and then the vehicle through which they got to us, the Federal Capital Territory Administration and the Minister Mohammed Bello. I'm very, very grateful to them for what they did to me. And then, because for now, every day, I don't rely on anybody to pay my tea fare or even my house rent. Approximately a day, I make up to 20 to 25,000 naira. And also, I work with 8 to 7 people every day. I repair and fix their phones, like you just saw one that left now.
In the period of 10 months, the YouthMobile Initiative has achieved the following. 15 beneficiaries were recruited as trainers by SAP, a global leading software company, in the October 2017 Africa Code Week event hosted by Bayes University, Abuja. The Africa Code Week is an opportunity created to empower the young generation by teaching coding skills they need in order to thrive in the 21st century. It is worthy of note that the volume of talents inherent in the ordinary Nigerian youth on the street is tremendous, and projects such as these are required to bring more youths to the fore so that talents can be developed into marketable skills to provide more jobs.